Hey, good morning to you all in this inflammation awareness group. I just want to come to you today and just say thank you so very much for participating here in this group. I know you each have your own health journey that you're going on and that you joined here for a reason, whether it be weight loss or chronic health issues or actual inflammation that you've been diagnosed with. And I am here today to just assure you that you are on the right path and you are well on your way to feeling better. So over the last couple of days, it's been really great to get to know you. I appreciate those of you that took the color code personality test. I too am a yellow, so I like things fun. I'm not as organized as maybe quite I could be. I have a touch of the blue in me, but not a whole lot. So I'm doing my best to keep files in the files section for you. I'm going to put some things up there today. So it's in the top right of this group. You'll see I'll add some files and also some books that I recommend that you can read and reference throughout your journey for your health as well as your inflammation. So I just hope and pray that this group will be something that's of value to you, something that you'll be able to take things from and reference later on down the road. And maybe you can help somebody else that you know by referring them to a group like this with me, or just by giving them some small piece of advice or tip that you learn that could really help them and change their life, because it's all about paying it forward, and it's about health and wellness. So for those of you that don't know, my journey began in 2011. I was diagnosed with 2 forms of primary cancer. I had one that was an aggressive cancer that was invasive, and then I also had a slower moving cancer that was not connected to the other cancer. So the way that this began was I had been having some symptoms after my daughter was born, just things that I could tell weren't very balanced in my body, and I began to see different doctors. I was sent home at one point in time with Prozac and told that I had postpartum depression after she was about 8 months old. And then as I continued to search, I found a doctor who was willing to look further into finding out why I was feeling the way I was feeling. For those of you that don't know, we talk about inflammation because inflammation actually is one of the main reasons why diseases like cancer can grow. So today we will talk about acidity versus alkalinity. So I'm going to put a chart up in your files section. It's going to look like this. And in this chart, you're going to be able to, I recommend printing it out and putting it either in your purse or on your cabinet in your kitchen. But basically, the chart goes through everything from sweeteners, fruits, beans and vegetables, nuts, seeds, oils, grains, meats, dairy, and eggs, and then other beverages. And it talks about why. Well, I'm going to tell you right now a little bit about alkalinity and acidity, but it'll help you understand where you need to keep your body as far as a pH level. And I'm sure you've heard of pH in like your swimming pool and things like that, but this is actually keeping your body at a more alkaline stage. And recommended, is anywhere between a 6.5 and a 7.5, but in general, it's best to be right at a 7.2 or 7.3. And that's just to keep your body slightly more alkaline. When you're more alkaline, you will have a much better chance at fighting disease. And actually, some diseases like cancer really can't grow without the acidity. So let's start at the beginning. These are pH test strips. And you can get these at any health food store, local co-op. I believe you can even order them at like VitaCost. I put the VitaCost link for you. But basically what you do is you open these up and you pull out, I'm trying to get one out right now. you pull out this little strip, and you'll see it has a little thing on the end of it. And you're going to take your first morning urine, and you will just put this in your stream. And so I'm actually just going to dip it in my water because I have it here, and then I'll show you how it changes colors. So right now it's about this color, and then I'll show you the chart that it goes along with. But that will change over time. Okay. And there's also a book called The pH Miracle by Dr. Young. I'm going to post that up in the file section for you as well. That's a really great book to get your hands on and reference. It's really going to change your life, hopefully, like it did mine. And the reason that we talk about alkalinity is because if you aren't in an alkaline state, if you're more acidic, what it does is your body will actually begin to feed on the other nutrients in your tissue, in your bones. So like that's when we end up getting diseases like you know, osteoporosis, or you know, things that where you're because your body's in a state of acidity, it's actually pulling the nutrients from your bones and other parts to get itself into that alkaline level. So that's why we want to try to keep our bodies over that, a little bit over that 7.0 to be more alkaline. So when I was talking to you about the list, basically you want to follow about an 80-20 rule in the beginning. So if you're fighting inflammation, if you're fighting any kind of disease or blood pressure or different things that might be going on in your body, you really want to try to follow like an 80-20 rule. And that just means if you know you're going to have coffee because it's acidic, or if you know that you're having, you know, you like to drink beer, you want to make sure the other 80% of your day is a little more alkaline. So you want to go more towards you know, what fruits that you might like that are more alkaline. Say maybe like, you know, watermelon and mangoes and papayas and things like that, versus eating all from the acidic side of the chart, because your body's going to be constantly disrupted. And once you get yourself to, you know, once you're testing your urine every day and you see that it's very alkaline, you're staying in a good state, you can actually just go with like a 70-20 rule. And I don't even test every day anymore because I can kind of just tell. I kind of know what foods create that acidity in my body. And so I know if I've eaten a certain way, I have to go back and fix that for the next day. So the other thing that I live and breathe by are these alkalinized packets. So these are also part of the Ultimate Reset, which I've done 4 times. And we can talk more about that later in this group. But these are basically the equivalent of 2 pounds of greens. So we know how expensive greens can be, and they are what help us stay alkaline, but we cook them down and they become like really small, and there's not a lot of them. So I just mix this up with water each day, and I will use this to help keep my body in an alkaline state. And then one more thing that we actually will be giving away as a prize is a tub of the Power Greens, which I don't have, but those are actually amazing. The Power Greens are a boost. You can add them to your Shakeology. So if you're drinking your Shakeology, you're getting a ton of superfood nutrition in there. The Power Greens just actually, you can just add a little scoop to that, and I will be giving that away as prizes as well. So we're going to have Shakeology, alkalinized packets, different sugars, your Power Greens, and some really cool stuff to give away for this group. I really just want you guys to commit 100% here. This is an amazing thing that you can be doing for your body. None of you are here by accident. So comment today after you print out and look at the chart how you think that you will be fixing up your diet to put yourself more toward the alkaline level, and post also what are some of the things that you eat on a regular basis that are maybe acidic and that maybe you should cut them down to the 80-20 rule. So I hope you guys are having an amazing day. Have an amazing week. I know some of these assignments are going to be a little bit longer, but I really appreciate your participation. Don't forget your points can be earned throughout the week by tagging me and following the point structure system. And I just hope that you guys really find value in this group and you learn a lot. Have an awesome day.